Hello, Tracy here. Welcome back to my channel. So I have finally finished Peculiar People. Absolutely love how this journal has turned out. Yeah, although it's quite easy to do journals from Goldenmeade. I love a lot of Anne's kits. They just speak to me, and yeah, it's effortless. So let's do a flip through of this gorgeous girl. Starting from the start. So we've got a double pocket. These here, so these kits are really big. This is like all the things I haven't used from the kit. So they're just popped in there for whoever wants to use them, they can. This is a piece of vintage ephemera from Which Craft Do You Do? So you can write on the back, do whatever you want. And then we've got one of these little pockets. This here was from, who was it from? Ruby and Pearl, I think. And then Tailor Made Journals and Image. And then inside this, I've just put a little bit of old vintage writing paper, so I won't pull that all the way out. Put that in there. I hope the lighting's okay because it is the afternoon, sun's going down. So this here I did online on, I think it might have been on one of my what's on my desk. So this here flips up and then we've got a pocket. So each of these pockets contain just a flip out and you can write on there. So let's pop that back in there. So they each contain a slightly different pattern. And squeeze that in. There we go. And then down here we've got another one. So there's 3 of them in total. And then we've got like an envelope there with a piece of ephemera in it. So I'm not going to do that up. I'll do that later. Otherwise I'll be here for a while. And then behind that is this address card thing that I got in Singapore. So I just slotted that in behind and that's it. That was cool to make. So yeah, I'll do that up later. And then moving on, bit of grungy paper from Which Craft Do You Do? Stamped on it. This is a beautiful old piece of German lace. And then in there is a tag that I've made and this piece of ephemera which is also from Which Craft Do You Do? Thought that was really nice writing, so you can do what you want with that. Over the page, a nice flip, and then over the page again, a pocket with a bit of, I think that's sari silk or seam binding, I can't remember. And then we have like a journal card, and then this here is some really neat old paper that I found. It's almost got like, yeah, it's hard to explain because I don't know. Oh, you might be able to. It's got sort of ridges on it. So nice cream colour. And you'll notice I've just put a strip down in between each. Yeah, so I will explain that at the end. Just part of a check and write on the back. Where did that come out of? There. That's from Which Craft Do You Do? All these gorgeous images are from the kit. And then we turn over. Just writing space, more writing space. This is a hidden clip that I made, another tag, and some coffee dyed or tea dyed paper, which is really thick. So that's cool. And then over the page we have a journal card. And over, so in here we have another journal card, and this is really neat. I really like this. So on the back there's plenty of writing space, and then all of these yummy numbers. So just something a little bit different to look at. That again was from Ephemera from Witchcraft Do You Do, over the page. So yeah, this has got heaps in it. Another tag. Love these girls. And over. Another one of those pockets from Ruby and Pearl, which I did on a Ephemera Saturday or Sunday. That's just a tag that came with all the ephemera from Witchcraft Do You Do. Some grid paper and this really cool journal card, which I really liked doing. I love her. I think she's my favourite image, actually. Over the page, and we've got another tag and another tag. This was out of an old book that I acquired recently. It was just one of the pages. It's quite thick, which is really cool. And we have a journal card over the page. So all these strips are out of the grungy packet from Witchcraft Do You Do. And then in the middle, I started putting a few more rub-ons from 49er Market. So there's rub-ons there around. And then we have just a strip in 1949 ledger paper and another journal card. And then we've got the middle. Then a little pocket from Ruby and Pearl. And we have just a little envelope from the kit, and it's got a little journal card in there. And this piece of ephemera from Witchcraft Do You Do. So I bought a pack of grungy paper and bought a pack of ephemera, which is a good way to buy it. More rub-ons. And then that's the other side of that yummy paper. So in here, let's take it all out. We've got like a old visitor's book, which I've tea-dyed. We've got a piece of wage ledger that was from quite early. A piece out of the ephemera from Witchcraft Do You Do, and that was from Witchcraft Do You Do. So some yummies there. And then we have a journal card there, or tag I should say. I don't think. Yeah, that one I stuck all the way down, so there's nowhere to stick another one. And then we have this beautiful girl with her little dog, and what I did was I grabbed just a backing sheet, opened it up, folded it, so on both sides, and then a little tab, and then fold it again. So we've got that in a piece of 1895 journal paper. And then in here, this was from the ephemera pack that I got. So I've just put that in there too. Little pocket. Is that going in? Yeah. I had to put something on here that was reasonably sturdy, because this is wrapping paper that I've got. Now this here was a bit of an experiment. I haven't done this online. Pauline sent me some overhead projector film. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with it, and I thought, I'm just going to fold it up and see if the crease stays, and it did. So what I did was made a pocket out of it, sewed around, and then I've glued both sides and the bottom. So when we pull, and then I also put a rub-on. So I put a rub-on the top, I've done a tag, and then beneath that on the paper I've actually put this girl, and I moved her up a bit so that you could see her face peeking out behind the butterfly. I thought that was really cool. Really enjoyed making that. I wasn't quite sure what to do with that, but yeah, it turned out really neat. And then we have another pocket, and this has got, just some old paper lying around, some ephemera, and then on the back I've done some butterflies rub on, and then at the side we have another cute journal card, and this is some real old paper from Witchcraft Do You Do that came in the kit. It's almost like tissue. It's really nice. So we'll put those back in there. Over the page, side tack, and I love this. This is like embossed. 1867 this piece is from. Lovely handwriting. So let's put that in that way. Then over the page, more writing space. And then we've got little triangles, tucks or corner tucks from the kit. I just doubled them up. That was just one of the little images. I think it might have been a stamp, but I just cut around it. And we have like little bits of ephemera in here. So it's beautiful writing. That's quite thick paper too. And then there's part of a check there. So it's like a double tuck and a couple tickets. Then we have the belly band. So we have another journal card. I really enjoyed doing these journal cards. It was so simple and easy. I'd done a masterboard behind it. And then we have a check in there too. So I'm not going to pull that out. Let's just tuck that back in there and put that there. I'll fix that up later so it's not sticking out and gets damaged. Little cluster with a little number on it, number 27, not sure why. And then we've got old, like real old vintage sort of envelope. In here I've put this real thick paper from Witchcraft Do You Do, like it's like really soft. So I've put that in there because you can write on it. Let's slot that back in there. And then a nice little side cluster going down there. That was fun to do. More grungy paper with that stamp. And then over, got a side tuck there with the journal card. And a pocket up here with a big tag. And she's a big girl. Big long girl. And then over the page, and then the last page is another teletext, old paper. This came in the kit too. It's more like cardstock this. It's actually kind of cool. And I put in this old Paris postcard. Don't even know if it's got the date on it. No. So that is this journal. Like, really cool. Really enjoyed making it. I hope someone loves it as much as what I did making it. It will be in the store probably in the next couple days, if not already. And I think what I will do is put a discount on the remaining journals that are in there. Maybe 15-20% off, I'll see. And this one will go in full price, just to move them along a bit. So yeah, that's her. I will do her up. I hope you've enjoyed that flip through. Let me know what you think. And I have already started my next journal. So yeah, which is a bit of a soft journal, soft rose journal type thing. And then I've got another one of Anne's lovely kits to make. So until I see you next time, bye for now.